was gonna get my money, yo.
I get it. Hey. How was it good, bro?
Seriously though, how many years has it been since we're behind the mic like me? Not only guess, this is only guess. Anyway, I'm not losing.
I think it's been close to 5 years now.
5 years. Yeah. And before that, how many years? Okay, how many years in total have you been doing this for?
And when I came on radio, nearly 2000, 99.
You started radio in 99.
Yeah.
And of course, you made ripples across the sea.
Yeah, no. I just needed 3 months, and that was it. There were cabinet sessions.
Proper cabinet
sessions.
Emergency cabinet meeting.
That's true.
Hey. But you had fun while you're doing it.
No, I did, and no love lost. You know, me and the festival are still boys.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But tell me this though. I mean, you getting on radio, did you ever see yourself doing that? I mean, prior to you, of course, being behind the mic, had you ever envisaged yourself, that's what I want to do for a while?
You know, when you're
like accident.
You know, the thing is that I had always been on radio, even from a very young age.
Right.
From as early as 1984. Yeah. 1984, I used to do a show with my Thato called Dum 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 Takam Takam Dum 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 Dum. This is Current Affairs.
You're kidding me.
I was on Current Affairs.
Back then?
I've always been on radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was doing that one. You know, someone there was a guy who was really funny. And I'm Mobu. I used to take him to cleaners with that, you know, we'd be in the middle of class and I'd be like, Mobu. He says, this is not working well with me in the ladies.
Just doing hitting it like that.
No, but Thato was doing English for Standard 5.
Okay.
And I was on Current Affairs with a certain Milis Matenge and a certain guy called Mobu. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so
yeah, and in 1989, I was States. I used to do all I used to do all the jingles for DJ Fresh when RB2 when I left in 89, when I came back in 92. I used to do all the thing. Hello, you reached the Funky FM 103. Right. Is DJ Fresh is in the house, he's with the faculty. Our homeboys KKH with the boom and bash. He don't stop, he's the friggity funky DJ Fresh. Friggity actually comes from that little rap song.
Brilliant. And so from being a rapper, then it's like, let me put that aside and just go to the
I actually wanted to be a proper performing artist. Yeah. Had skits. We had a little breakaway crew from the Time of Trouble Monks with a guy called David Balsha. We wanted to do a little crew there, and it didn't work out, hey, because parents have certain expectations, and
obviously,
and well, anything that all it was either you
just
a
do
doctor,
whatever you do.
It's either you become a doctor, a lawyer, and all other courses never beat the others. And later in life, I came to learn what others was the real course that I should have pursued, because
in the first place,
I'm an artsy person, and we used to look down upon them. So
Bachelor of Honors in Arts, like what? What are you talking about?
Humanities.
Why?
These people are running the world, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, the guys who are running organizations and NGOs
all over the world.
Yeah, there.
Now, at what point did you feel, Jorge, you had enough, I suppose, in terms of radio, and maybe it was time to move on to other things?
So I should be honest, Akira.
Please, bro.
Yeah, radio would have been really great. As you grow older, and as an entrepreneur like myself, I used to have these meetings with the then management to say, listen, gentlemen, I think
we need to
kind of chat.
A little
maybe
bit more.
How about I,
this
establish this year? Don't pay me.
Yeah.
I'll approach the corporate entities and I'll pay you.
Being the entrepreneur.
Yeah. So that vision and that foresight, I guess maybe we could mix and match. So and we were all young, and management was very young. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyway, it was just a question of, I was asked an important question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And really,
who answered it for me?
It was the wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Order it then.
Because I'm staging, you're doing MC shows and you're saying all these silly things that are making everybody laugh. But really, where are we going with this? Yeah. So I think guys could have probably thought about maybe part ownership, getting some of that top guys to stay stick around for a long time. Because guys used to say, but Fresh is on radio. Howard Stern, they've been on radio for a long time. It really boiled down to...
We are in Botswana, others are outside of Botswana. Yeah, so big difference.
Yeah, so, but anyway, there were other ways to have retained. And maybe some form of shareholding.
Something to at least, like you said,
yeah,
the long term.
That's
not 5 years from now.
You are next.
Jesus is Lord. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you've now been doing business.
Yeah, well.
If I may, is it along media lines, or you're basically dibbling and dabbling in so many different things?
Well, sometimes you have a certain focus area, and in Botswana you have to be kind of jack of all trades to be able to survive.
Right.
Yes. When I left the legal profession, I partnered or established contact with a guy called Thato, who's really the brand, the brand king of Africa. Right. And he runs a company called Brand Leadership. So for a long time, I had a partnership in a company called Synergy. Okay. And eventually,
yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Started the company that I'm currently running called Footprints Advertising. And we really see ourselves as brand specialists. So, and this is a lot of insights-driven advertising. Right. Where we really want to know the perspective. So GabzFM wants to rebrand. We need to find out, even from the cleaner, what does the purple mean to you? What do the colors mean to you? What does our culture mean to you?
You take it back down to college, because I remember back in college, as an interior architect or a graphic designer, you had to do what you call concept work.
Yes.
Concept work is getting to understand, the idea.
Yes.
Yeah, the client or over, and you have to source all of that information, so that when you then present,
yes,
you could based on the thoughts, feelings, and all of those things that drives that engine, that organization moving forward.
So I've had a lot of work. I worked a lot on Brand Botswana. I mentioned my Thato a lot because we were both on that development committee. Right. There was a little bit of mixing and dabbling. The next major project after that was the controversial University of Botswana. I was the local team leader together with Terry Kalafeng. Then graduated, I could do it.
But tell me, what happened there? What happened? I mean, you guys, okay, look, it is a beautiful logo, fine. But you do understand why the controversy, though?
It had a lot to do. I mean, we've come to admit many years later, and we run a lot of seminars where we actually get to talk about what could have gone wrong. Right. But a branding exercise is not an inexpensive exercise. So in terms of the research and all that work, I think that was done beautifully, because this came at the time when a lot of other institutions were taking away quality students and quality lecturers from the University of Botswana. And it was about the appeal. But it was really more about the culture of the university in terms of how the university was being run and governed. As you can see, a lot of things unfolding. So when it came to the validation process, all of a sudden there was no money. Validation meaning this is what the research says we should do, but we need to now take it back, because in any research project or in any democracy, you will find that 60% of the people are happy, which is what drives you to say let's rebrand. But if the 40% voice is not persuaded or tipped over to at least have some kind of acceptance, that is what we call validation. That process did not take place. And then when the past vice chancellor, when he left BJ, and then Rafako took over, the first thing that they said that they were going to do was get rid of the brand and other things. And it was like a hurrah. But that was from the position of the minority originally. So anyway, I've spoken a lot.
Long story short.
Yeah, long story short. That's really what happened. But anyway, we've worked with other beautiful brands. Motor Vehicle Accident Fund, where we took an V and an A, and the colors that everybody loved. to give a sense of hope for whatever that organization.
So at least in as far as a locally citizen-owned company is concerned, you guys you've come out and you're doing it big for yourself as one Motswana. No, by the way, a part of that money, dividends, they keep shifting out.
No. By far, we have established ourselves as the brand development gurus in Botswana. One and done other stuff. We did the Agricultural Marketing Board.
Yeah.
Bocodol is now going to become an open university that brand. Right. But really, it's about asking the right questions and how, and conducting proper research, and then bringing it out, and then the color comes later.
Yeah.
Everybody always wants to see
the color, the final piece, so to speak.
So it's like that. Even for companies that come up from outside, a localization strategy. Will this work? We really like doing that type of work, finding out from the small men when I moved on, will this make sense?
What does it mean to you?
So that's what I do. I practiced law for 6 months, and then I said,
we don't want to be here.
I don't want to talk like Honorable Jumabok. I feel I must have procrastination here, but
fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've been asked the question as to whether or not you ever see yourself getting back on radio someday, but I'm assuming if that ever came, it would have to come at a point where you're probably retiring from what you're doing now, and maybe it's about you starting your own entity.
I think you're on the mark, maybe as an owner. But you know what really gets my surprising? Maybe television, radio as an everyday. Really, I've been there, done that.
So it's okay.
I think it's
okay. For you, like it's okay.
Sometimes people go back and then it never really kind of works out.
It doesn't quite gel.
Jordan tried it with the 45. Didn't quite work. Yeah.
Okay.
Even in politics, leaders go. Sometimes they say no.
I want to come back, and then
no. Retire while you're at the top.
And everybody still remembers.
And then every year just pick up a legendary award.
Yeah. And people just keep saying, "No, please come back." Like, no way. No. Maybe someday. No way. Okay.
It won't be the same. But anyway, if you get 5 minutes like you did with me today, I think it's a great thing to be able to catch up. If you like me, if you don't, well, I'm doing my best all the time to become a better person.
Fantastic. So I assume now the wife is 100% happy. No more complaints about the 5-year plan. She must be blinging like, she bling.
No, man. We're past the 5 years, so I think we're doing well. Listen, it's really about growing older and just, becoming more of a family man. And then if you're on radio, sometimes you're out late nights and
it doesn't quite gel out.
It comes with the territory. So as a family man, maybe sometimes you need to start thinking, okay, what do you
outside of the box,
Yeah, because then it's like you're a party pooper if there's a GabzFM event, and
then it's like, no guys, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
And we know
what happened.
Yeah. Brother, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for your 5 minutes of fame that you shared with me here.
Thank you so much, and
I hope that sometime soon we can on air.
No, you're doing meme.
Oh, okay. Meme. Are we not meme?
Okay, sorry. Yeah. No, but you're doing a wonderful job, and it's really worth. Because I've recently purchased a little radio. That's then it's really great. I love where radios come back to. There's a time where you just kind of play your CDs.
Yeah.
Now thanks to you lot,
starting to come back to it. Like, okay, no, let's try that.
Like you meditate to you. Look good you.
I don't know when the hell I am. It's 5 o'clock. Let's catch up.
It's a lovely sitting in your mail and find out what she has for us this afternoon.